The Human Side of Leadership, Forging a Path to Human-Centered Leadership. Abstract. This article examines the importance of human-centered leadership approaches grounded in principles of empathy, respect, and courage. After introducing the concept through the author's experience as an organizational consultant and researcher, the article reviews research demonstrating that addressing employees' basic psychological needs for autonomy, competence, relatedness, and purpose significantly enhances motivation, well-being, and performance. Additionally, empirical studies show supportive leadership behaviors have physiological impact in reducing stress while increasing trust and cooperation. The article then outlines core strategies including cultivating empathy, respect, and courage, providing advice on developing these capacities. Finally, practical examples from technology, nonprofit, and manufacturing sectors illustrate human-centered leadership implementation through empathetic culture changes and inclusive problem-solving with courage during times of change and uncertainty. As a leadership consultant and researcher, I have had the privilege of observing and assisting organizations of all shapes and sizes across many industries. Over the course of this work, one consistent insight has emerged: the most impactful and enduring leadership approaches are firmly grounded in principles of human-centeredness. While technical skills, strategic acumen, and business savvy remain crucial, it is a leader's ability to connect with people at a human level and address their basic psychological and social needs that truly inspires commitment, engagement, and excellence. Today, we will explore some of the psychological and social science research underscoring the importance of human-centered leadership. The psychological foundations of human-centered leadership. A wealth of research demonstrates the profound impact that focusing on human needs and motivations can have on individual and organizational outcomes. At their core, human beings have deep-rooted psychological needs for autonomy, competence, relatedness, and purpose that must be addressed for sustainable motivation and well-being. DC and Ryan, 2000. When these needs are supported in the workplace through leadership practices, empowerment, growth, community, and meaning, people naturally become more engaged, resilient, and productive. Gagnon and Desai, 2005. Additionally, groundbreaking social science experiments have found that supportive, compassionate behaviors have a discernible physiological effect of reducing fear and stress response in others, while enhancing perceptions of trust, fairness, and cooperation. Keltner et al. 2014. On the flip side, a lack of consideration for basic psychological and social needs has been shown to undermine motivation and well-being over the long term, while increasing cynical, disengaged attitudes. Seed et al. 2010. In total, this research paints a clear picture: a leadership approach centered on the humanity of its people is the surest path to cultivating committed, passionate employees who consistently perform at their best. Developing human-centered leadership through empathy, respect, and courage. With a foundation in the psychological and social reasoning for a human-centered approach, the next step is to build practical strategies for developing it. Here are 3 core ways organizations and their leaders can start forging this path. Empathy. Cultivating deep empathy for others has been demonstrated as key to establishing trust and unlocking human potential. Goldman et al. 2002. Leaders must proactively listen with an open, understanding mindset to gain genuine insight into people's unique experiences, challenges, and perspectives. Conducting regular one-on-ones, skip-level meetings, and anonymized surveys can help foster ongoing empathy development. Respect. True respect acknowledges the intrinsic worth and dignity within each individual. Leaders who establish respect as a cultural core value through actions like equitable policies, participation in decision-making, and consideration of diverse viewpoints see increased innovation, retention, and performance. Nembard and Edmondson, 2011. Courage. Developing human-centered leadership takes courage, the courage to be vulnerable. Admit mistakes, challenge outdated assumptions, and tackle difficult issues head-on with compassion. When leaders demonstrate courage through transparency, direct feedback, and leading courageously during times of crisis, it fosters courage throughout the organization. Brown, 2018. In practice, human-centered leadership frequently plays out through a combination of small, thoughtful gestures and deliberate cultural moves. The following real-world examples demonstrate how organizations have brought these principles to life. Practical application and industry examples. A technology startup I advised faced high employee turnover within 2 years of launching. Conducting empathy interviews revealed employees' desire for clearer pathways to grow skills and take on new responsibilities. In response, the leadership team developed an online, gamified approach to skill building and implemented minimum targets for challenging new assignments. Employee development and retention increased significantly. At a global nonprofit combating extreme poverty, frontline staff in remote areas struggled with loneliness and burnout due to intense work isolated from colleagues. With a spirit of respect, the CEO worked with far-flung offices to redesign schedules incorporating regular team days, culture-building activities, and local community partnerships. Survey results showed enhanced resilience and engagement. During the COVID-19 pandemic, a manufacturing firm grappled with reopening production safely amidst rising case numbers and new public health protocols. The plant manager and union collaborated through open dialogue meetings, crowdsourcing production solutions from all levels and establishing on-site health supports. Together, they navigated safety challenges with courage, care, and camaraderie. Bendixson et al. 2020, mutual trust between leadership and employees strengthened the organization. These examples reflect human-centered leadership in action across industries with empathy for employee well-being, respect through inclusive problem-solving, and courage amidst uncertainty. Continually developing capacities for empathy, respect, and courage will surely advance organizations towards truly human-focused cultures. Conclusion. Human-centered leadership is a developmental journey, not a single destination. While psychological and social science clearly signal its importance, the dynamics between people are infinitely complex, with no singular formula for success. Organizations and their leaders who commit to ongoing self-reflection, listening with empathy, testing new possibilities with respect, and making courageous choices rooted in care for others will certainly move closer to fostering motivation, performance, and well-being at a human level. My hope is that this paper provides some useful perspective into weaving more humanity into leadership approaches for the benefit of both individuals within organizations and the collective strength, resilience, and impacts they can achieve together.